Personal hygiene. Hygiene is a set of practices performed for the preservation of health. While in modern medical sciences, there's a set of practices of hygiene recommended for different situations. What is considered hygienic or not can vary between different cultures, genders, and ethnic groups. Some regular hygienic practices may be considered good habits by a society, while the neglect of hygiene can be considered disgusting, disrespectful, or even threatening.
Today we're going to talk about the hygiene in our hair. What happens if we don't have the proper hygiene routine? What elements could live in our hair, cause problems, how to avoid them, what are the symptoms, and how to treat it?
Have you ever had this experience? Your child pulls out of their backpack a notice from the school nurse, informing you that there has been a lice outbreak in your child's class or school? Have you had this sinking feeling? Did your scalp start itching right away? Did you get worried that if your child has lice, the other parents will think you are a bad parent?
Common myths about lice that are not true. Lice can fly. No, they cannot. They don't have wings, so they can only crawl. Pets carry lice. No, they don't. They only drink human blood. Lice can live in short hair, or they prefer long hair. No, they don't prefer the hairstyle. They just want the blood. So yeah, hair lice are very contagious. No, really, they can only be spread, but they can only be spread when your heads touch together. So it's not like they'll fly and get really fast.
Where and how do I check for lice? Use a magnifying glass or a bright light to check for head lice. Lice trying to avoid bright light so that can allow you to see the lice move as well as identify lice and nests. Lice and their eggs are most often found around and behind the ears, along the hairline and on the neck. You can use a lice comb on your child's hair and check the comb for neat seams and adult lice. Lice can also sometimes be found on eyelashes and eyebrows, but this is much less common. If you are uncertain whether your child has lice, ask the school nurse for cessation or the local health department to trouble check.
What are some of the symptoms of head lice? An itchy scalp, a sensation of something crawling on the scalp, tiny spots of blood on the scalp. This can become infected, especially if your child keeps scratching.
What about my school no-knit policy? While each school and school district may have its own policy about knits, you should know that both the American Academy of Pediatrics and the National Association of School Nurses have recommended that schools change their no-knit policy, which means that the children need to be kept out of the school until they are completely free of nits and lice. Both groups now recommend that the children can be allowed in school once they have begun the treatment to get rid of the lice.